has a donkey legs filled in a hole. Then people started to come, they started to enlarge the hole until they found the main shaft for the tomb itself.
That?
The word this one which is covered like a triangle.
Oh, okay.
This is where we are going to. It's the main shaft which is leading to the main burial place. The word catacomb refers to the style of burial during the Greek and the Roman time. This tomb or this cemetery actually dating back to the 1st or the 2nd century AD. It had been designed at the beginning to be a single tomb for a single person or a family. Then later on the place had been enlarged to be like a cemetery. But the absence of any burial, it gave us an impression that the work started in this cemetery and suddenly for unknown reason the work had been stopped, everything had been abandoned and the whole place had been left. So let's take our way. Small staircase consists of 92 steps leading down to the bottom floor. It consists of 3 floors above each other. Once we discovered the place, the first and half of the second was completely submerged underwater. But this water, of course, had been removed like 6 or 7 years ago. Don't be afraid. So this kind of window along the shaft, they use it to help to lower the deceased from up there to the lowest level. So some men used to stand here while they are lowering the body by means of ropes. So they stand here to prevent the body from crashing on both sides of the wall.
We are in the catacomb and we are going down the stairs that was discovered.
Yes. And you know the ground is up, but we are under the ground. So it's negative something like
With a dome at the top, the exact function of this rotunda is a mystery for us. We don't know except only for decoration. And it's also leading down to the shaft, which is coming from the bottom floor. So if you go down through the stairs, you can continue coming from down through the shaft, directly down until it descends to the lowest part of the 2nd level. Over there.
So from underneath they are connected.
So exactly, there is the shaft from down. There is the end part of the main shaft, passage leading down to the main burial chamber. The rest of the tomb, without any kind of decoration. Take a look to the ceiling. Greek style of art.
shell.
Like a shell. Good.
Seashell.
So here you can see the mixed style of art which make it one of the most important in our country between the Egyptian and the Greek. So the style of the columns, it's a Greek-Roman style, palm tree and flowers, while the ancient style it's supposed to be lotus of flowers. Then we can see at the top of the entrance here there is a winged solar disk flanked on both sides with falcons. This is what we call it Horus of Bahlet. There is a legend behind this scene or this appearance. The legend said that God Horus, the god of place called Bahlet at the time, which is Edfu nowadays, he was sitting in his province. There was a revolution took place in the typical Greek features, curly hair, this typical Greek feature, but with Egyptian kilt, standing with left leg forward, a typical Egyptian style of art. On the other side, a typical Greek feature for a woman, the style of the hair wig, the style of the dress, very narrow tied to represent the details of the body, to represent the beauty of the woman. But here they used right leg forward, which is different. The Egyptian, if the woman stand, 2 legs beside each other.
Yes.
Man only left leg forward, but the Greek started to change the style of art and use it right leg forward. On both sides here is the 2 serpents wearing the double crown of Upper Egypt. This serpent referring to Agatha diamond, the protective goddess to the tomb, and here wearing the double crown referring to Upper and Lower Egypt. Above it, Medusa, the goddess of the tomb. Here, she used to be represented like a woman, or a head with a woman and her hair in the form of small snakes. Goddess Medusa, also from the Greek mythology. The jackal god, god of the tomb, god of mummification. He's showing here part like a dragon with a Roman appearance or a Roman way of dressing while he's holding a spear in his hand. The same scene is repeated but like a jackal-headed man. So the main burial place, it's supposed to be this one. It had been designed to look like every one containing a sarcophagus, a body and a lid. Actually, it was not cut. It was cut to look like this. So we can't open this. It is a block of stone designed to look like a sarcophagus, but it can be opened. And the most important scene here, a mummification scene. A lion with his crown, we call it the Osiric crown, referring to God Osiris. And he's holding a jar as he's still mummifying and taking the viscera of the deceased from his stomach. And that's why down here there is 3 jars. It's supposed to be 4 canopic jars, 3 under the bed and the last one in his hands. That means that mummification process is not finished yet. While God Horus, God the falcon god, God of the sky, God of protection, and God Thoth, God of knowledge and writing, both of them holding jars as they are helping God Anubis to mummify the body with this kind of material, while priest is standing on either side, saying prayers and hymns while they are mummifying the body. We used to stand here, just stand here and see this was all covered water everywhere. It seems to us that this place had been designed to be a single tomb for a family, and then the idea had been changed and they started to enlarge and keep carving niches everywhere in order to contain coffins inside. This is one of the evidence which prove that this was designed to be a cemetery. But for unknown reason, we got no description. The absence of any period, it shows that maybe the place had been abandoned for unknown reason. So another entrance leading from the main part of the street up there, all the stairs leading down to the burial place here. So where we are standing now, we found a huge amount of bones. That's why this place famously known as the Hall of Caracalla. Caracalla was a Roman ruler to Alexandria. During his time was a kind of revolution by the use of Alexandria, killing them all. So because of this massacre, they thought that he collected all their bodies and buried them in this such place. But later on, some examination had been done upon the bones, and they discovered it's not for human, but it was for horses. So during the Greek and the Roman time, horse racing was something very famous. So as a kind of reward and honor the dead winning horses, they buried them in this such place. So perhaps part of this place had been changed to be a horse cemetery, but still no description, nothing had been found except
These bones.
this bone. It's a typical mummification scene, but instead of Horus and Thoth, Isis and Nephthys, protective goddess, as they are protecting the deceased on the bed while the body mummified by the jackal god Anubis.
So it's an incomplete, maybe in progress